You ever listen to a song and just feel it in your bones? A song that tells a story, not just with its words, but with this raw, pure emotion? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're going to deconstruct Hanging on the Edge, a track that uses a really simple, powerful structure to tell this incredible story of struggle, survival, and, yeah, total triumph. We're about to see how every single line builds a world of conflict and resilience.
The song doesn't waste a single second. It just drops us right in with this one chilling line: one wrong step, fade into black. Right from the jump, we're not just listening to some music, we're standing right there on the edge of a cliff. The stakes could not be clearer. This is life or death. And just like that, you're hooked. You have to know what happens next.
All right, so that brings us to our first section, the unforgiving mountain. This is where the song really sets up its core metaphor. See, the climb isn't just a climb. It's the physical version of a deep personal battle.
Now, the real magic of this song is in its double meaning. On one hand, you've got the literal climb, right? The frozen heights, the sound of steel on rock, the storm, the snow. But every single one of those things stands for something deeper. The frozen heights, that's the chill of a past that haunts you. The physical effort, that's the weight I carry. And the dangerous path itself, well, that hides a much more personal threat: betrayal.
This line right here, it just perfectly captures where our protagonist is starting from. They're admitting to the burden, the weight I carry, the scars inside. So this isn't some flawless hero. They're hurt, they're haunted. But then comes that next line, and it's a powerful declaration. But I won't fall, I won't hide. This establishes this core of resilience right from the get-go. They aren't defined by their pain, but by their flat-out refusal to be beaten by it.
So that inner strength gets tested almost immediately. The struggle starts to build into something way more complex. It's a war being fought on two separate fronts, one inside their own head and one against the world outside.
First up, you've got the internal war. And this line, it's just devastatingly clear. The ghosts of failure call my name. You know what that is. It's the battle against your own mind. It's the self-doubt, the memories of every mistake, that little voice whispering that you're not good enough, that it's all your fault. It's a poison that just weakens you from the inside.
And as if fighting yourself wasn't enough, there's the external war. The mountain isn't just this random force of nature. It's an active enemy. The lyrics talk about a game of greed and warn that betrayal lurks behind each stone. So our climber isn't just fighting the elements, they're fighting other people. They're trying to navigate a world where you can't trust anyone and danger is everywhere.
So let's just take stock here. This is the combined assault. It's a total perfect storm of conflict. You've got crushing self-doubt from the inside and treachery from the outside. The path is literally falling apart under their feet, the storm won't let up, and their own past is eating away at them. It's all designed to feel completely, utterly overwhelming, almost impossible to survive.
Okay, this is where it all changes. This leads us to the heart of the song, the turning point of the entire story. The last call. You know, the bridge of a song is usually its emotional core. And in this case, it's the exact moment where pure desperation gets forged into an unbreakable will to win.
This right here, this is the pivot. After admitting the ghosts of failure are there, our protagonist makes a conscious, powerful choice. But fear won't break me, doubt won't win. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's an active declaration of war against their own demons. It's the moment they stop just surviving and start fighting back with every single thing they've got.
And there's a clear psychology to this moment, a four-step journey from pain to power. First, you confront the fear head-on. Feel the fear, feel the pain. Second, you reject its power over you. Doubt won't win. Third, you forge that rejection into a new mission statement. I rise again, I won't give in. And finally, you turn that decision into action. Higher, stronger, climbing higher.
And this is the most important shift in the entire song. This is the real game changer. The mission is no longer about just hanging on. It's not about simply not falling anymore. The goal has evolved. The new mission is about climbing, about strength, about absolute victory. It's about conquering the mountain, both the one outside and the one inside.
So what's the result of this incredible fight? Well, our final section, A Survivor's Story, shows us how the protagonist wasn't just someone who made it through the ordeal. They were fundamentally transformed by it.
Transformation. I mean, that single word really says it all. The person who comes down from that mountain is not the same one who started the climb. The ordeal has reforged them into something new, something stronger. And you can see the proof of this transformation baked right into the lyrics. The chorus starts with this question of pure fear, right? If I slip, I lose it all.
But the outro gives us the answer, with a few crucial words added. I survived, I climbed, I fought, I'm still alive. The question that the ordeal asked has been answered by the act of survival itself.
So what this whole story boils down to is resilience. And what does that word really mean? It's more than just getting back up after you'd been knocked down. It's about being strengthened by the difficulty. Our protagonists didn't just endure what happened. They were reforged by it. Their scars are no longer just symbols of pain. They're proof of survival. And that's what makes this whole story feel so incredibly real and powerful.
Because in the end, the mountain isn't just rock and ice. It's a metaphor for any huge challenge we face in our lives. The one that tests our limits, forces us to look our fears in the eye, and ultimately forges our identity. It's the obstacle that, in the act of overcoming it, defines who we become.
And that brings us to the end. The song's climb is over. The story's been told. But it leaves us with one last, powerful question to think about. What's your mountain? What's the great challenge in your own life that you are climbing right now?